So how you doing, fight fans? So this is part 2 of Anthony Joshua's road to the championship. So where we left off, Tyson Fury vacated the European and the British and the Commonwealth belt to pursue a fight with Vladimir Klitschko, because he's the #1 WBO challenger. So they're negotiating that. So the belts, obviously the belts that fell back. So the British belt can be contested between Price and Dillian Whyte, in my opinion. I think maybe Dillian Whyte for the British, and maybe Price for the European, the vacant European. I think that's where I think Anthony Joshua should go from Fury. Yeah, so that's what I think. So maybe we catch Fury later on. So as we're moving up now, yeah. Actually, so I say, as I think we're moving up, okay, maybe not Dillian Whyte, maybe Dillian Whyte for the British, and Dereck Chisora and David Price for the European. Yeah, any of them two for the European. So Price or Dereck Chisora for the European now, because I think Derek's European level round at the minute now. So he just fell out the world scene really, but he's still in the world scene, but still European world scene is where Dereck is at the minute. So yeah, so I think so as a fight between Price, obviously we've already pointed that out. So yeah, with Dereck Chisora, let's have a look at Del Boy's record, innit? Because I think Del Boy will be a good fight for the European for European level for Anthony Joshua, in my opinion. So Dereck obviously just lost to Tyson Fury, but you know, for him to try and get a shot back at his belt and try and get back on the scene, yeah. So Dereck Chisora's record is 20 wins with 30 knockouts, 5 losses and 2 losses by knockout, and the 2 stoppages he's been stopped by David Haye and obviously Tyson Fury. Yeah, so I think that would be a good logical step for Anthony Joshua at European level. So we're gonna move on from Del Boy Chisora, move on to the next opponent I feel he should face, and that's Alexander Husic at European level. Let's say that obviously Anthony Joshua claims the European belt and the British Commonwealth Southern Area and English belt. All them titles he's got. These are the things I think he should go anyway. Alexander Husic's records: 30 wins, 21 KOs with 1 loss, and he's been stopped once before. And this would be a logical step up for Anthony Joshua. He's 6'7.5", so he's a fairly tall dude, and he's 38 years old. He's quite old, but he's a European level fighter. You know, big, tall, good. This would be good for Anthony Joshua to face someone like Alexander Usyk from Russia. They call him Alexander the Great. Usyk. So that would be, for me, that would be a very good step up for Anthony Joshua in his next step if he claims the European title from Price or Dereck Chisora. Next fight I feel is against Helenius. Yeah, Helenius, man. Everyone know about Helenius, man. Helenius is, you know what, this guy Helenius, he's been around for a while, yeah, but I think with Robert Helenius, yeah, I think, you know, he hasn't really. I think he's undefeated. He's got 20 wins, 12 knockouts. You know, he's never lost. He's 31 years old. He stands at 6'6.5". So this would be a good test for Anthony Joshua at the European level. They call him the Nordic Nightmare out of Berlin. So Anthony Joshua, I think that would be a good step up for him to face someone like a Robert Helenius at the European level, and it would be a good fight. You know, it'd be a good fight. These are the guys steps up. These are slowly steps ups that in the European level, where, you know, Joshua, instead of just leaping over levels before you get to someone like a Kingpin, you can fight a Kingpin, but there's levels, you know, before you get up there, and you can blatantly see all these steps are pointing out that you're getting your strides up there. So, all right, so we're moving up now. Now we're breaking into the world scene, in my opinion, where Joshua should be, where everyone's putting him up already. If you get past Helenius, Usyk, Dereck, Price, Dillian, you know, John McDermott, Lucas Browning, and obviously the Highlander, and Ian Liam Lewison, Gary Cornish, I'm talking about the Highlander. If you get past them, this is where now you step up in the world scene. Alright, maybe people might think this is a joke, but look, he's a former undisputed world champion. Is let's go champ, let's go Shannon Briggs, man. Yeah, Shannon Briggs will be a test. You know, obviously he's not as good as he used to be, but it's a big fight. Big people want to see it. He's making up a lot of noise, and maybe Shannon will take it. I'm not too sure if he's still around. If you're coming up, Anthony Joshua's coming up. So yeah, why not fight someone like a Shannon Briggs? There's noise. Everyone want to see it. American people know who Shannon Briggs is. It will get the American audience interested in you, and people would want to see that fight. Actually, you know, it's not a bad fight. So I feel like that would be a next step up for you, for Anthony Joshua, going against someone like Shannon Briggs, man. Or maybe people think, nah, it's out of order. But anyway, all right. And this is before you go against the Kingpin, Kevin Johnson. You know, the Kingpin, Kevin Johnson, in my eyes, is gonna be a harder test than Shannon Briggs. He's more active, you know, even though he's lost fights that in a lot of people's eyes, you know, like he could have won some fights, you know, a lot of people's eyes. But I think, you know, that's where you need to be if you're Joshua. You know, the Kingpin Kevin Johnson is for me, in my eyes, is where you need to be in terms of, like, you know, if you're gonna get past Kevin King Johnson and you can test out how good you're gonna be. People think he's gonna stop him. I don't think he's gonna stop Kevin Johnson. Mr. Ali Bashir says the same thing. He's in the gym. Kevin's hard to hit. If you look at even Vladimir, Vitaly Klitschko couldn't stop him, and a lot of other good bangers couldn't stop him. But if he does stop him, it'd be very impressive for Anthony Joshua to stop a Kingpin. But I think after fighting them fights there, then he should have been fighting a Kingpin. It would have made sense to me if I was managing Anthony Joshua, if he gets past the Kingpin, all right, and especially Husic and Robert Helenius, you know, if you get past them, you know, European, you've done your steps, you've built up your resume, you've gone in the right direction, in my opinion, in terms of the bodies on credible names on your list, on your resume going up. If you can beat any of these guys I'm talking about, which, I mean, most people would favor you to beat most of these guys, but we have to see the fights first to see what happened, innit? So moving on. Yep, alright. Povetkin. Yep, Povetkin. That'll be the next step for me. If you get past Kingpin, then you'd have to take someone really serious. And who better serious than Povetkin? Alexander Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin's record he's 35 years old, so he's fairly old. I don't know if he's going to be around when you're coming up as well. His record is 28 wins with 20 knockouts. He's got one loss, obviously, to Vladimir Klitschko, and yeah, he's hits pretty hard record. Russian guy. I think that would be the logical step up before you go in to try and take a world title, for me. And you know, a lot of people will probably avoid this guy, but Alexander Povetkin would be a great step up for you, in my opinion, to before you go check for a world title. I mean, he's a world champion himself. And he's hard, you know what I mean? He's a tough guy as well. I wouldn't even say Pulev, because Pulev's been dropped off. But Povetkin, yes, definitely. And then from that point onwards, yeah, if Fury is around and he's beat Vladimir, then you go against Fury. An all domestic showcase superstar fight in Wembley, in England. If Fury beats Tyson, if Fury beat Vladimir, that's the sort of fight, you know, we'd want to see, and it'd be a great fight for us over in the UK, a superstar fight for you to try and capture the world title. Regardless of who wins, it'd be a great fight for us over in the UK. So yeah, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua would be your next step. And if you get past him and you're looking for a unification bout with Deontay Wilder, that's assuming that Tyson Fury catches the belt of Vladimir anyway. Deontay Wilder, blatant. So if you obviously, Deontay Wilder would be a next step up for you to, you know, to obviously claim the world. Deontay Wilder against Anthony Joshua, that would be a great fight for people watching to see how that fight would go on. Yep, that would be a great fight for us, man. It's just, you know, Anthony Joshua's he's hard. He's got a great knockout percentage record. Let me see his record. Actually, let me go. I didn't even mention Tyson Fury's record, by the way. Tyson's record is 24 wins with 18 knockouts. So yeah, and obviously he's never lost. So that's Tyson Fury's record. And Deontay Wilder's record is, where's Deontay Wilder? Because Deontay Wilder, man, for many people, they look at Deontay Wilder and think, he's not all that, yeah. But they got to understand, yeah, Deontay Wilder's beat most of the guys in front of him. So let me see Deontay Wilder's record. Deontay record is 33 wins with 32 knockouts. So he's got a high knockout percentage. The only guy he's never knocked out was the Haitian guy, obviously. You know, the Haitian guy, the one, you know what I'm talking about, the one with the deep voice. That's the only guy he hasn't knocked out. So other than that, he's knocked out every other guy in front of him. But people say he hasn't really fought anyone either. So that would be, you know, Deontay Wilder would be your next fight if you could get past Fury, whatever. And from that point onwards, onto the championship, onto your good friend Vladimir Klitschko. If he's still around, if he's still dominant, then you'd have to fight Vladimir, and that would be a superstar fight if he's still around. Because obviously you've got past all these opponents, or you may not got past these opponents. And I tell you what, until you find some of these dudes here, man, you might get an L, you might get some losses. I'm not sure which guys would probably give you the hardest test, but I tell you what, if you have these guys on your resume, boy, you're talking about Hall of Famer status, and you know, some real tough, real gritty guys you're going against, because all these guys have got ambitions. You know, they're barely, a lot of them haven't even lost that many fights. Maybe Dermot and Andy Lewison's lost, but they're not that many losses on their record. Dereck Chisora as well has got losses on his record as well. But as most of the guys I mentioned, they've got undefeated. Husic's got a loss on his record as well. Adamic as well. Obviously Wilder and Johnson, but they've actually got good records, man. Good records will give you a good test, and boy, if anything, if they're ambitious, they'll give you a fight of your life. So these are the fights I think that, you know, you should try and take on if you can. So I don't know how you guys feel about it. So that's Anthony Joshua's road to the championship. So what do you guys think about it? You think about some of the opponents? Leave your comments in the comment section. I hope you like this road to the championship part 2. So I'm EJ Boxing Live, and I'll catch you on another one. Hope you enjoyed. Alright, peace.
EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here.
Buster Douglas knocked him out. Buster Douglas, the fat bump, the legends out here.
Yo, this is Chris Caban, chilling with my man EJ Boxing Live, one of the hottest, dopest boxing channels on YouTube. Check them out. Boxing beat some rounds on the EJ Live YouTube channel.
And Thea was the number 10 rated contender, and he had never been knocked down. And Sonny destroyed his mouth. But Thea lost most of his teeth, basically with 1 or 2 left hooks.
Oh shit, boy! What was look at kids sleeping like Manny Pacquiao?
EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here.